After the latest in a string of deadly mass shootings in the US, police in Florida say a gun attack that killed 3 black people was racially motivated. Tens of thousands of coup supporters rally in Niger as the French ambassador defies a 48-hour deadline to leave the country. A second ship carrying Ukrainian grain has left the Black Sea port of Odessa, but will have to use an alternate route after the collapse of the grain deal with Russia. All but the head of the Spanish women's football coaching team resign over the kissing scandal that emerged after the team's recent World Cup victory. Police in Florida say a gun attack on Saturday that killed 3 black people was racially motivated. A masked white gunman opened fire in a general store in a predominantly African-American neighborhood of Jacksonville before killing himself. Officials said he used a gun painted with a swastika. It was the latest in a series of deadly mass shootings to hit the US. Earlier in Boston, 7 people were injured in a shooting during a festival celebrating Caribbean culture. 2 suspects were arrested and multiple weapons were recovered during subsequent searches. Police don't believe the incident was connected to the carnival itself, but was a result of a quarrel between 2 groups. And authorities in Oklahoma believe a similar dispute was behind a shooting at a stadium in Choctaw City. It happened during a high school football game, spreading panic throughout the crowd. A 16-year-old teenager died from wounds and another man was taken to hospital. There were no immediate arrests, but police said they were looking for a person of interest. In Niger, tens of thousands attended a rally in the capital Niamey on Saturday in support of last month's coup. The crowd waved the country's flag, but some also carried Russian flags, and there was even evidence of support for the Wagner mercenary group. The demo came a day after the country's new military rulers gave France's ambassador 48 hours to leave the country. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has told the coup leaders in Niger it's not too late to return to civilian rule, despite the junta demanding the expulsion of the French ambassador. The group has been attempting to find a diplomatic solution to the crisis, but has also made it clear it's prepared to intervene militarily. Neighbouring Mali and Burkina Faso have made clear their support for the coup leaders. A ship carrying Ukrainian grain has left the port of Odessa bound for Bulgaria. It's the second grain vessel to depart the country since Russia pulled out of a deal allowing such carriers to cross the Black Sea. The Primus will have to use an alternate route, skirting the coast of NATO members Romania and Bulgaria, but Turkey is still hoping to broker a new deal with Moscow.
Deniz girişiminin getirdiği kazanımlar kaybedilmeden sürecin bir an önce tekrar canlandırılmasına yönelik çabalarımızı sürdürüyoruz. Yani Rusya'nın denklemde olmadığı bir çözümde, bir alternatifte bu türden sahnelerle karşılaşacağımızı hep öngörmüştük, dostlarımızla da paylaştık.
Kyiv is actively seeking solutions to protect its vessels from possible Russian attacks. Those include increasing land routes for export, as well as a possible convoy system with NATO escorts, but the latter idea was not accepted by the USA. All but the chief of Spain's national women's football coaching staff have stepped down after the country's Football Federation president, Luis Rubiales, kissed player Jennifer Hermoso after her team's victory in the World Cup. The 11 staff members called it inappropriate. FIFA has suspended Rubiales from all football-related activity for 90 days.
Nosotros respetamos, como no puede ser de otra forma, la decisión que ha tomado la FIFA y evidentemente consideramos que viene a reforzar que la posición del Gobierno en cuanto al camino iniciado corresponde con las altas instancias del fútbol internacional. Por lo tanto, viene a reforzar y a reafirmar que el camino que el Gobierno de España comunicó ayer por la tarde es el correcto.
Rubiales faces inquiries by FIFA and the Spanish Football Federation, but can only be forced out by a legal verdict. The women's team's head coach, Jorge Vilda, remains in place despite agreeing the kiss was wrong.